Alright. Oh. Knock, 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 knock on the door. I did not see the settings before I walked through. So here I am trying to relaunch my podcast. I haven't done this in a long time. And whenever I make a podcast, it's freestyle. I do it off the top of my brain. I write. Literally, I have a very small note of things I'm going to talk about because I'm trying to be quick about it. Because I ain't got time for that shit. Um, you know, if you're gonna listen to this, I might grind your gears. And but understand, I speak because I'm on a turtle process of business that if you use patience and you stay humble and react to certain ways, like people lose things, like um, you know, mentality and personal health is a major point because you're gonna lose things if you don't start controlling it and start handling it. Like sometimes it takes time, but you don't understand a person's past, so don't create an outlook on how they currently live their life. And if you don't understand how they currently live their life and how they proceed and process in their daily thought, how are you going to judge them just by on words, or how you levitate to their past and things they lost? And like I bet you lost a lot of things in your life, so why are you going to judge somebody else on losing something they love? And I was called a flower child today. We're going to explain this because Milwaukee is close to legalization, and if is controlled correctly, and like we used to be so thriving on the industrial companies back in the 70s, like the factories, and like if you see an older factory that started back then that's still running, there's a reason it's still running because there's business behind it, and there's smarts, and there's knowledge, and there's passion, and there's love and caring, and somebody's going to work 7 days a week. If you want to be an owner, you're going to have to sign up for 7 days a week. You're going to have to give up the, like, I'm antisocial, so if I want to do this, I got to give up me not being antisocial. So I got to actually invest into this career because I've started businesses before, and at a younger age, and I'm still in my 20s. And this is like why people call me out on bullshit. It's like I actually had an income. This is why I say you can have 10 different variables and incomes into your life. Like why I say I get mad because I have 10 jobs that I do for free. It's being humble. But if you actually start putting money into it, you can have that many variables as an income. That's why I always tell my people about the story about the squirrel running up the tree with the french fry, climbing on the branch, and it broke off. And it didn't really break off, but I continued this story into a different variable. And, you know, you make, so you have 10 different dreams. There's 24 hours in a day. Why are you going to waste the time? Theoretically, once you get older, you need less sleep. Studies have been done, and that's facts. And so the people that sleep longer during the day, it doesn't matter when you sleep, because everybody's hours, because it's 2019 people. All right, you can be up till 6 a.m., sleep midday, and be perfectly fine and live a happy life. It's not for everybody. Like, I'm happier as a first shifter. I used to be happy as a third shifter. But it's just like, well, basically, it can be either I have to work first shift, second shift, or third shift and first shift. And in order for my dreams to come through, because my variables of my past have created me to put me in a hardship that's a struggle to come out if I'm not financially correct. So this is why I'm putting my past in my past, because I might have had a light bulb go off in my head, but that's what it is. And you just have to use the patience because, all right, I'm based in Milwaukee, And Milwaukee poverty is, we're on the charts for being one of the highest. And if you use more entrepreneurship, more business schemes, like, all right, do you really like your job? Well, what are you working to? What's your end goal? And a lot of people looking to retire, you don't have to continue to work at the same place you worked at for 5, 10, 20 years. You can think about a new process. It doesn't matter how old you are. It's about where you want to go. Because it doesn't matter about the age, the theme, the scheme. Just remember that. It doesn't matter who you are. Because there's so many different cultures in life. There's so many different ways people live. And you shouldn't judge people, because the reason we have so many certain things that people like in the day is because the people of different cultures, and they're all trying to live towards a certain goal, and that's just humanity, peace, and and that's the American dream. Like, we're based off of people believing in themselves, believing in their ownership, believing in their business, making things succeed more than they ever thought it would be. And if you put that theory into your daily life, the American dream can happen again. Because that's what it is founded on, people believing in themselves. And there's a lack of confidence because of the economy, and then we have a president that wants to build a wall. Why are you wasting money on a wall when a lot of those people take the shittiest jobs that we have out there just because they want to live the American dream? So there's a lot of bullshit in politics, and I really hate talking about this, but today I thought I would make a podcast because I found out my Bluetooth headphone my headset that I've been using all this time can also do something else. And you try to recycle, reduce, reuse, cut costs. If somebody's not working out, cut them. Like, it's not like I've ever been fired from a job or laid off, because I inherited a business at 16 years old. I've had that mentality this long. So whenever I had a job, I didn't see me retiring at it. It's just like, I don't know if I like this. And back to being legalized in Wisconsin, hopefully within, I predict, between 2 to 5 years. And my theory behind Wisconsin legalization is, if you're one of the first in the game and you have a good business plan, because you have to consider security and you have to consider how many other places are, but there are a certain amount of licenses that are given out, and it takes a certain amount of money. So bad business people will fall out in the first round. But if you last till the second round within legalization in Wisconsin, and you set it up and pre-plan to it, because it's coming within two. And if you want to make Milwaukee like it was in the 70s in the Industrial Revolution, I call of Milwaukee, which wasn't the real American Revolution, but that's when Milwaukee was thriving and there was money flowing through. Everybody was working. There wasn't poverty. And we're in the top poverty level right now. There is no reason this should be. And due to Gary Vanderchuk, I just wanted to rant for a little bit, because I understand my city could have so much more than it really could be. And like the business owners, the people that have money, you don't need to work that hard. You know, I know it takes up time and you like doing it because you've been doing it for so long, but take a break. Go do something else, because you're going to get a better idea from you taking a vacation, which might help you invest into more of a future. And if you want to, if you're retired or been retired for a long time, maybe that will spark some interest, because there might be money laying around where you can create a new variable and accomplish your next dream. All right, you want something for your family, you want to get a fancier car, and you're retired and you don't want to do this, and it's just like, you got money laying around, you still have a dream, you still have a brain, you still have everything function, but your physical body might not get there. So work out and have a dream, eat healthier, watch what, some people can't help what they do, but some people can. And if you can, and you're in that aspect of being able to do that, there's no reason a retired person doesn't be able to do that, because these kids in their 20s that have been set up and had the life and the funding in their future, some don't get it, but some do. So you're exactly like a young kid that has a little bit of money and wants to be a star in YouTube or whatever. So to Milwaukee, it's only love, because we can come back from the economy heartbreak that we've had been facing, and confidence is key in order to think about this calmly, because instead of causing violence and crime, if we have something that can boost our economy, help our kids go through school. Sorry, getting kind of mouth. Why wouldn't you want this to work properly? And we're so close to this, and it all depends on politics, and which is the process that has to happen. But that's where patience comes in, and my dream is to be like John Taffer, and I used to want to go into businesses and improve them, like restaurants, because I grew up in a restaurant. But now I want to get the variable where there's so much to learn in life, and so much you can do, so much you can get to know, so many things in life you can fetch and succeed and grab and hold and love. It doesn't matter if it ends up being 10 variables. That just means, like, the average sleep time when you're getting your mid 30s to 40s is 4 to 6 hours a night. You're not 20 years old anymore. There's a reason why, because you're just getting older. You can't handle it, and you have to be smarter, because you got to understand how your body works and be healthy. And this is why you have to think safe about solutions to, this is what I think every day is like, all right, this is causing a reason for this reason. So why am I doing this? Because it's still happening on a broken record, broken carousel. But if it's broken, that means you can fix it and find a solution to the problem. All right, I'm over and out because this is getting too long. My program's not this good.